we are back, and we have all our fingers. So we'll show you more right after this. No trips to the emergency room over the weekend?
No.
Excellent.
Knock on wood, that doesn't happen for a long time, ever again.
We made it. We're good.
We made it.
We're good.
All right.
Yep, all is well. We did have one little mishap where a firework hit the ankle of one of the moms at our party.
No.
So it looked like somebody just took their cigar and just put it out on her ankle. So yeah.
That's just par for the course.
Par for the
Oh,
course.
mom,
Glad it wasn't
wound.
worse. Yeah, I was saying to some of the guys, we always have a big party on our street, and the guys that we've been doing this together forever, we're the old guys now, and so all of our kids are grown. And we were talking about, you remember when we were the ones out there in the street nervous about what our kids were doing with the punk and with the, you know, are you letting people know you're about to set that off? You know, like, is anybody near you? You know, like
You
all
have
those
pointed
things.
the
Like,
right direction.
At our age, you're like, hey, kids, anybody need a light?
yeah, here.
Yeah.
I got some stuff you can blow up.
Go
Yeah.
take it.
Have it. Have fun. It was hilarious. I was just sitting there laughing as I'm watching these stressed out parents while we're over here just chilling.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
eating food, having a good time.
We pass out safety goggles.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
At our compound, our show.
Nobody should lose an eye.
So my son did a little work at the stand out here at Mountainside Outfitters. He was working there a little bit, and he got a good deal on the. Have you seen the machine gun Roman candle?
I
you
did see that at a stand.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So he
It's-
decided to buy one with his discount, and that was fun to watch. And he was wishing he had worn safety goggles. So
Yeah,
when
because
he
those
got-
were pricey.
well, they were pricey.
Yeah.
But I think it's 100
and some
something
bucks,
rounds.
yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking about how many rounds
yeah.
get shot off. So like he's shooting it, and it just keeps going and going, and you can see he's kind of doing this, like because the ash is getting in his eye, and when he was done, it was just black. all over his arm. So I said you probably shouldn't have worn your favorite shirt, and you might have wanted to wear goggles. So if you buy one of those next year, there's your pro tip.
Come suited up.
Yep. Wear something you don't care about and put some safety goggles on because it did throw a lot of stuff his way. But it was fun. It reminded me of I thought I was playing Contra. You know, remember
Yes.
you get the spray gun?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what it looked like. So yeah, I was.
Oh, yeah.
We had a big time. It was good. I now cook all the hamburgers and hot dogs. That's my
Your deal?
Yes, but we had Carlo from Empire Coffee.
Carlo.
His crew came out, and Kevin Lane came out. Of course, they brought stuff, and
I can't imagine those guys showing up without food.
yeah. No, well, that's kind of the deal. It's like we do this, and if you're coming, you bring a little.
Bring
side or
something,
something.
yeah.
But Kevin brought a bunch of smoked meats and stuff, some brisket and some chicken. And
Nice.
Carlo brought a huge tray of the desserts like they serve at Empire.
Very cool.
Yeah, and
Very
then,
cool.
My cousin Nina made the ice cream, and
Oh, it's time for me to make some homemade ice cream. It's been a while.
That is not something I've had in a very, very long time. That's
Gosh,
like
it's
part
so
and parcel.
good.
That 4th of July and homemade ice cream. I feel
Yeah.
like that should go together.
I
Where's that gone?
don't know. I don't know.
Where
but
has
I'm gonna
that
make
gone?
some.
Bring
I'm
it
gonna
back.
Make some for
still
sure.
at our house. We still have it there, but.
I haven't done that in
Yeah,
years.
we get our house remodel. It's one of the things Shelby put on the list. Is we need to get a new ice cream maker.
New ice. Do you use one of the old-fashioned ones, like
I
the
don't
bucket?
think- if we had an ice cream maker, it's been a long time ago.
Yeah.
But the ones I remember, there's like a plastic bucket and a metal cylinder, and it's got a dasher in it. And you put it in there, and the ice and the salt and the motor on top that spins the dasher.
Oh, you had a motor.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
You
miss
hand cranked it?
I mean, I just feel like that was one of those wedding gift registries. Like you didn't have to put it on your
hand crank.
Did you seriously have a hand crank ice
my
cream maker?
grandparents did.
I was gonna say, I think we.
Well,
That's all I
there
can
was-
think of.
There was one around, but it was like made out of wood.
Yeah, there's a wood one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's what I have in my mind.
Yeah, I bought one of those for Christmas for the girls a couple of years ago and promptly dropped the motor and cracked the cover. So it looks very sketchy, but it works
Duct
good.
tape?
No, I was like, that's fine.
It'll
Just-
be all right.
I'm
Well,
like,
that was
kids,
it.
just don't stick your finger in there.
If you just need a cheap way to do it, back when I was a camp counselor, if you could get 2 different sizes of coffee cans, a big one and a small one.
Okay.
And you put all the fixins in the small one.
Yeah.
And you duct tape it up so that the stuff can't get in it, and you put that in the big coffee can, and you put the ice and the salt around the small coffee can inside the big coffee can, put the lid on, tape that lid up, and then we would just have the kids roll that can back and forth across the floor for about 20
I
minutes.
remember this.
And boom, you had ice cream.
Wow.
And
I
it would make
remember
ice cream.
that.
Yep.
I think we did that, or
Can ice cream.
yeah. I think the problem now is that it became hard to find like the different size metal coffee cans.
'cause a
for
lot of them
whatever
are
reason.
plastic
now.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, that would
I
be
hadn't thought
hard.
about that in a long time. Good
Wow.
job, Will, dredging up some old timey
I thought you were going
memories.
to say it's hard to find kids that are interested to roll a can around for 20 minutes.
My kids will
Well,
do a
hey,
lot for ice
you take them out in the woods for a day, they'll do about anything.
Anything for some ice cream. You're just,
Take
yeah,
a TV,
when you said back when I was a camp counselor,
Yeah.
it sounded very primitive.
Yeah, it was. I mean, this is where, let me think.
Fire, kids,
This had
go!
to be 25.
Now camp is like going to an event center with
It was-
laser light shows and
It was over 30 years ago
Yeah.
when I was a camp counselor. Yeah. Day camp only. So
We had
I just think of Timberlake and Fallon doing their camp counselor, their camp sketch on SNL.
know if I
Did they
remember
start
that.
singing?
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Oh, it's hysterical.
Is it funny?
Yeah,
I'll look
yeah.
at it.
They're
I'll look at it.
They start off whispering, and then they can't help themselves. They start singing out loud, and camp counselor comes and shuts them down. And yeah, good times.
Good times.
Hysterical.
I had what I like to call a reset day with my kids yesterday. You know, in the summertime,
Yeah.
when kids lose their brains,
Yeah.
we had a reset day yesterday.
Okay. What
Yeah.
does reset day look like?
Usually, reset day is it starts the day before when I yell at them, and
You're like, we're only
say-
halfway through the summer.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to find a way to not kill each
yeah,
other.
and say things like, "Stop watching that TV show; it's melting your brain."
Yeah, I
all these
remember saying
things.
that stuff.
And we basically, it's like, okay, we're not gonna watch TV for all day, 2 days, whatever. We're gonna get our mind off of TV. We're going to you're gonna have to help me with some work at the office and at the house, which they help out anyway. I make them, but and it's like, I'm just not gonna put up with crap anymore. It's kind of one of those deals, and it's like, if you're still good and listen, then we'll still have fun. But summer's weird on kids. They go through these,
They lose their minds.
they lose their ever-loving minds. They
Yeah.
do. But, and my girls are great girls. It's just sometimes you got to remind them, well, what they don't know, and if they watch this, which they won't, they were supposed to be taken to Silver Dollar City yesterday, but that did not happen.
Was that consequence of
that-
needing the reset, or was
that was needing the reset.
Okay.
And they didn't know we were going
Okay, that's
because
good.
I've learned to not tell them things because then I have to hear about it leading up to
Would've
it.
been bad.
And I'm like, you know what? And I just told the person we were going to go with, I'm like, you know what? They're not behaving great. I'm
not
tired.
putting myself through that living hell.
I'm not. I think we're not going to go. And so, like I said, they don't know I canceled it, but it got canceled. So
Well, they know now because I know they're at home watching.
I know, and I know they're gonna watch this and be like, "Mom, what the crap?" They actually maybe watch it at my mom's house. Whoops.
Well, we
But,
went to Silver Dollar City on Sunday.
Did you? That's
Yeah,
fun.
'cause, we
Good.
love to go.
Was it busy?
No, it was
Really?
Not, no.
Everybody was going home.
Everybody went home.
So, we go to church on Saturday nights now because we
Mm-hmm.
got the fourth service. And so we got down there early. And the main reason I want to go is Casey and the Attaboys was playing down there right
Okay.
now. So she's a friend of mine. That's Jess Grimes' granddaughter.
That's
you know,
cool.
All that. And John Wynn's granddaughter. But her band was playing. So we wanted to see them. We got to see them a couple of times. But, they've got an actual church service they do at 10 and 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we popped in at
My friend Brad Bennett, is he doing that?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Or
Is
no,
that
he
just
is doing that now.
Yeah.
I think he was mentioned in this whole process.
Brad came up?
Yeah. Brad, he came up. No, Pastor Charlie was doing it, and we were talking to him, and then I was talking to one of the guys at the homestead pickers about that, and they both kind of confirmed that the 4th of July weekend is. I shouldn't say this. I don't want to.
Yeah, don't tell them. It's the time to go.
Really, not that busy.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
People are doing the lake and the fireworks,
Although I
and
gotta
their
say-
money's getting blown up in the air, and
I think 4th would be. I've never done that. That'd be fun to be riding those roller coasters with fireworks going off already.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That'd be a good look.
Well, they usually close before that period of time. But.
I don't know. I've ridden in the dark.
Well,
When did
sometimes
they
they
start-
have. They do have sometimes
I
they do
guess
late
so.
night.
I guess I'm
Normally
thinking
they close
about-
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, you're
I'm
thinking about
thinking
late in
about
the summer
winter.
what they do.
Yeah,
What's
when
that
it's dark
called?
and
It
you
has
can
a
ride.
name. There's Nightwater at Whitewater, and then
something nights.
yeah, something.
City
something.
nights. I don't.
4th would be a good one to do it on.
Yeah.
Not that they need my help. They
I don't even know if they're.
okay.
I don't even know if they're actually open on the 4th of July.
Yeah, maybe they're not.
I
I would
could see
hope
them-
that they're closed.
I would
their
bet they're
peoples.
closed. So we were there on the 6th, on the Sunday after that. So, but yeah, it was nice. Tasting pass. Love tasting pass.
Oh yeah. But you're talking about being the parent who doesn't have to mind their kids. I'm at the age now where like mine are old enough that I don't have to constantly watch them at an event, and it's amazing. And then like the other family members that still have the young kids, I'm like, that was me.
That's exhausting.
That's so
You're watching them
exhausting.
crashing out.
And then like you deal with it, and then you get to about anywhere between 7:30 and 9, and you're like, that's it, we're going home.
going
We're
home.
done. You're
Yep.
done. Get in the car. You're done. That's enough. Poked your friend's eyeball. You're done.
a second time.
A second time. After I told you not to stab them with the fireworks. Don't do that.
Oh man.
It is.
yeah.
It's amazing. It's like freedom.
It is. It is.
It's
great.
a little hard to be too hard on the kids because bottle rocket fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roman candle fights.
Oh man.
We did all that stuff.
Yeah, we were
Shooting
with our
fireworks at each
chapter
other.
group, our church small group Sunday night, and shooting off whatever we had left of fireworks, and I was just I'm like the old grandpa of the group, so I'm sitting there in a lawn chair watching these kids, and I'm
Happy
thinking,
Ballard.
yeah, it is so funny. I'm watching like the parents get on to him for being irresponsible. And
Let the kids play.
at one point, I did call one of them over because the parents had gone inside for a second. I'm like, hey, remember you got to let somebody know when you're shooting one off because
Yep.
you were right behind him. And anyways, it's funny.
That's what made it funny.
But
have a
then when all the kids went inside, then I was like, hey, him and those bottle rockets. I'm doing everything you're not supposed to do.
Take the smoke bombs a little farther down the hill, kids.
It was great. And then I take a bottle rocket and then I flick it at my friend, and
Yeah.
it blows up right at his feet,
Oh, we got
time.
PVC pipe so we can shoulder mount.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
No,
yeah.
I'm talking about on Sunday night. I did
Oh,
that.
I
Yeah.
got it.
I'm saying I reverted back to my
Like
childhood.
24
once the
hours
kids went
ago, I was
inside.
doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I couldn't help myself.
This year I came across something new. They're called nuclear snaps.
Oh yeah, those are sick.
Oh, we did have some of those.
Yeah, those.
She
You're
was
not-
like, "Do not throw these at your
let's just
friend's
say
feet."
let's just say you're not doing that with them.
No,
There's
no.
the little snappers you used to throw.
Yeah,
Ding.
you can do those in
and
your
then there's
fingers.
snaps.
But those nuclear, those big red.
yes, they're
things,
little. They look like little red fireworks.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Those are real.
You're not snapping that in your teeth.
No. Nope. You're not doing that. And
Pop rocks.
no. And I did find an awesome smoke bomb because, we.
Big
Being
tubular
the
looking ones.
appropriate mother that I am, I taught my children to love fireworks, right? Like,
Good
as
for
soon
you.
as I
Yeah,
could, I'm
absolutely.
like, let's go buy
America.
fireworks. Let's shoot them off. We'll be safe-ish as best we can, but let's do this. So they love fireworks, and every year they're excited about getting them. And so we found a smoke bomb that was called like a locomotion or something. It was 3 colors. It literally looked like the steam engines that like boil out an
nice.
insane amount of clouds of smoke.
Yeah.
That's what this thing did. It was epic.
The best part about the smoke bombs is keeps the mosquitoes away.
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah.
give me some good ground cover. You
I
know?
mean, you're inhaling,
Lots of chemicals.
lots of chemicals,
that's
and
okay.
it probably does 10% lung damage.
Yeah,
but
probably
it does.
That's
keep
okay.
the
Keeps the
mosquitoes
mosquitoes away.
Just
So-
once.
Prevents the West Nile.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
It was fun, and we did have some good food. Really good food.
Yeah.
It's the best part. I did let my diet just kind of
Yeah.
threw caution to the wind
I
for one
kinda
day.
went-
You got to take a cheat day.
Yeah,
Kind of went over the top. And then,
But-
like, yesterday, I found an excuse to prepare somebody dinner and take it to them. And so I was like, I did not need a comfort food meal on top of my coming off of the 4th of July weekend. But, I mean, I didn't regret it. So,
Had a girl. Had a girl. Yeah, my problem is when I start on the cheat day on Friday, then it's like, well, let's just kind of keep this thing going
On a
through the
roll.
weekend.
You're on a
You
roll.
know?
there's pie.
Yeah. Saturday was cheat day, and then Sunday with our chapter group it was cheat day, and then last night we were over at some friend's house, and they were like, "You want some dessert?" And I'm like, "Why not?"
You can't.
Today's the day.
So now I
No.
can't stop. Yeah,
You have
today's
to
the
eat the
day.
dessert.
Got to hit the I need a reset.
Reset day, Ballard.
Reset day for Ballard.
Your mom yelled at you yesterday. It's time for reset day.
I yelled back. It wasn't pretty.
It was weird.
Sue's almost 80, and we're yelling at each other. You know, like.
I don't know your mom, but that just the image in my head's hilarious.
Yeah, it's trust me. If you knew my mom, it'd be even more hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh
are you
yeah.
done for the summer? You have anything else going on? You guys?
Like events? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's about to like. We've kind of enjoyed the first half of summer, but this second half is just going to go over like this because I'm gonna.
Always does.
Well, so a week from Thursday, I'll head to Bolivia. Be
Oh,
gone. That's
wow.
that's a week and a half, and then
So not next week you'll waffle, but the next week you won't waffle?
yeah,
Okay.
for sure. And I might even not waffle
The
next week,
waffles.
just in the preparation for the trip. But we'll see. We'll see
Okay.
how we do.
Well,
I think I'll be here.
Okay.
Scott Allen's wanting to get on here with some of his people. So Scott, if you're watching, there's your
There you go.
God.
opportunities.
I might give up my seat next week, and certainly the week after you can.
Okay.
have it.
There you
So,
go. So Scott,
Maybe we'll just plan some guests the next couple of weeks.
there you
Make
go.
it easy on
Should
you.
do.
There you go.
Perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, I got a lot to get,
Yeah,
get
you
ready
think?
for. But
Okay.
yeah, with that, and then it's like I come back, and then it's soccer camp, and then dead week, and then boom, we're back into the fall. You know, you're back into soccer
I don't
practice
understand
before
how
school
time
starts.
is going so fast.
well, it just keeps going back.
It does. Yeah.
How does that happen? I really don't understand.
I think it's the only thing I can come up with is a perspective thing.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
A year is a tenth of your life.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
Not
But I think
Interesting.
I think when you're 10, you're always like looking forward to that thing that's out there, and it takes forever to get there. And when you're an adult, you're looking to that thing that's out there, and you need more time to prepare. so it
Everything you
goes more
got to get
fast.
done to get to that
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Yeah, they're just waiting for it to be here, and we're like preparing for it to be here, so it just blows by.
It
Yeah.
could be. Well, I won't miss any waffle, but I've got to go to go to Florida.
Gotta go to Florida.
in the next week. So
Enjoy that humidity. It's
Yeah.
cranking up around here right now.
It's
Yeah.
been humid.
Yeah.
Well, Jack and Sammy are getting back from Florida today. They're coming back from
Yay!
their honeymoon.
Fun times.
Congratulations
That's
on the
fun.
recently married young couple.
Good for
It's
them.
exciting.
That is
Yeah,
exciting.
Back in town. So, and then back to work tomorrow.
Back to life.
I
Back to
famously,
reality.
when I was a retail manager, I got married and I could not take my honeymoon during my wedding because I couldn't get off work
Oh,
for 3
that's-
days.
That's brutal.
So they're not going to let you do that in November. So I think we took our honeymoon in February and like we spent 3 days, I think, in Gulf Shores. That's what it
Well, he
was.
works for me, so that
Gotcha.
worked out okay.
So he was able to take some time off.
Yeah, and he's the one that decided. Now I'll come back to work on Wednesday. I'm like, okay. So
That's fun.
Good for him.
I don't know.
That's good.
I guess they had a good time. Well, no, we didn't pay much attention, didn't hear much from them, but you know,
I'm sure they had a good time.
Disney World started to have a bad time at Disney World, unless you're trying, I guess.
That's true.
But I don't know.
Well, yeah, I don't really have many plans. Our vacation was loaded at the beginning of the summer, and I had thought about that so much, and then I got through that, and I'm like, what am I doing the rest of the summer? We've been really busy with work, so that's been. I mean, I think I've had more workload than I've ever had before. It doesn't really mean that I'm like selling the most I've ever sold before, but the workload is intense right now, and that's been kind of weird. Like it's like, what is?
Is summer not normally
No,
like
summer's
that?
usually busy, but
Just a different kind.
it's
huh?
just a different kind. It's very strange. So, I think that's a lot of things right now. There's just a lot of strangeness.
Yeah. I told Shayna yesterday, actually, I was like, I took all last summer off. I took a sabbatical,
Yeah.
2 months.
That's right, you did.
And
Oh yeah, I forgot about
as
that.
crazy as this summer has been, I'm thinking, how did I do that? You know, it was just,
Yeah.
You know, it took a lot of preparation to be able to do that, but it was, yeah, I was like, wow, this summer, it's like I'm making up for taking off last summer. it's
Good
it's
morning.
just
It'll
I've
do
been
that to
running,
you. It'll do
running and running.
Morning, Shauna.
So, yeah.
She sent us an emoji
Hey,
Oh.
what is that emoji?
It's
Put my glasses
appears
on. I
to
still don't know
be
if I can see that.
potentially Shauna drinking coffee, I think.
Oh, morning coffee emoji.
Okay. Love that.
Well, I don't know. Do you guys want to shut it down early today?
Wow. I mean, I got plenty to do. So
I guess we can do that.
Yeah,
we can
we
do
can do what we
an
want.
ease back in. We got to figure out some guests over the next couple
We
of
do.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know Scott. They got some big wing ding shindig event item. I don't know. There's something going on. He needs to
Something's
talk about it.
happening?
Something's happening with the health department. So we need.
I was
to
gonna.
sort out.
Scott's funny. He's
He's a
funny
good
to come
dude.
on.
he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Dude, like him a lot. We're lucky to have him.
Cool.
All right. Well, we'll shut her down for today.
Okay.
And we'll be back
Sounds
next
good.
week, potentially with guests. See you then.